Welcome to The Cow Behind the Barn, a podcast exploring humanity, the world, and the divine as experienced and interpreted by an artist. I'm Kevin Caldwell, a co-founder of the Table Collective. Before getting into the topic itself, which is the nature of the world, and the Quran joins the conversation, I want to begin with a poem I wrote some years back called Truth and Truths, because this podcast is in many ways a sort of extended application of what that poem is attempting to imagine. Truth and Truths. When my truths, hummed in this key, and your truths, hummed in that, meet, and meeting shed each discordant note, align to one true chord, find flight and give voice to living words. Then every song will echo, thronging, vibrant, alive, shimmering in a vast chorus of our varied truths, woven in one united opus. And all, and each, together, with full-throated glee, we will know and name the truth. This episode and prior episodes, and what I imagine I will do in the next episode, all explore the ways that various religious heritages and quantum theories of the universe describe the nature of the world as we know it. I bring all of them to the table, as it were, because I assume that they all have something to tell us and to tell each other. They can all learn from each other, and thus we can learn from all of them. My hope in the next episode is to get to the point of sharing how I, at least, have been putting together what I've learned from these companions about how I would answer the questions that have surfaced about the universe. Is the stuff the world is made of eternal? Are there multiple worlds? How does quantum entanglement affect everything? And does that entanglement include something more than our own consciousness? These questions surfaced in the last two episodes, as I've been at the table in conversation with the Gita, Buddha, Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching, the Book of Genesis, and the Gospel of John. Another guest, the Quran, is just getting settled at the table, ready to join the discussion. And as a way of welcoming this newcomer, and as a way of encouraging the other heritages at the table, and a way to encourage us as well to set an intention of listening to all the voices, I want to present that poem again. As I do, I'm saying to myself, I bring my voice, and I also open my heart to the other voices here. Here's the poem. Truth and Truths. When my truths, hummed in this key, and your truths, hummed in that, meet, and meeting shed each discordant note, align to one true chord, find flight and give voice to living words. Then every song will echo, thronging, vibrant, alive, shimmering in a vast chorus of our varied truths, woven in one united opus. And all, and each, together, with full-throated glee, we will know and name the truth. Now, I'm going to organize the conversation around the questions we've been asking at the table already about matter and beginnings. But one clarification is needed as I begin. There will be quite a few references in this episode to self and God and the divine. That's because the texts include that. The question of the divine and the self is something we will be exploring in future episodes. But I can't erase the references in these texts when they occur. I'm at this point just reporting what is said, not assuming a set of conclusions. Okay. When did matter begin? The Quran says that Allah created the heavens and the earth and did all that is in between them in 6 days. The mention of 6 days clearly echoes what we saw in the first account in Genesis, though the Quran makes it clear that the word day can be understood to be a long period of time. That first reference that I quoted was from the 7th chapter of the Quran. But in other chapters, for example, it says, in one case, 50,000 years, chapter 70, verse 4, and in another, a day in the sight of your Lord is like 1,000 years of your reckoning, chapter 22, verse 47. According to the Quran, creation is an ongoing and expanding process, not a one-and-done event. And so it says, we, meaning God speaking here, we've built the heavens with power, and we are expanding. 51, verse 47. An idea that seems to me akin to the expanding universe described by astrophysics. Elsewhere in the Quran, we read, the heavens and the earth were joined together as one unit before we separated them. Genesis referred to something akin to this idea of an indistinguishable mass, if you will, but in Genesis, the vocabulary used could suggest that pre-existing matter was the stuff from which creation was then shaped. The Quranic view is more direct, that the stuff itself was made at a point in time, and the sayings of Muhammad that are recorded outside of the Quran and other later Muslim interpreters are also clear that prior to the creation of the world, nothing except God existed. Well, what is it? What is matter that got created? What's the nature of this stuff that makes up the world? The Quran says that Allah made from water every living thing, chapter 21, verse 30, with just one exception. We created man from clay, mud molded into shape.